thought I'd find you here. I was checking in at midnight with a suitcase in my hand. Just another empty weekend, far away from where I am. Then I heard somebody laughing at the other side of the hall. I turned around and saw your face and forgot why I came at all. You looked a little different, but your eyes were still the same. You said my name so softly, like you were afraid to wake. 1,000 old emotions came rushing through my chest, and suddenly the years between us didn't feel like much at all. You asked me if I had some time. I said I've got all night. Neither one of us could say what we were feeling right. Meet me in room 209, where the past is still alive, where the years fall off our shoulders and we don't have to hide. Meet me in room 209, just until the morning light. We don't have to call it love, something's still alive. You ordered something from the lobby and we talked beside the glass. You told me about your travels, I told you about my past. You laughed about the old days when we thought we'd never change. I smiled because the funny thing is you still knew me the same. You asked if I've been happy, I said sometimes, yeah I have. You looked away and whispered that you were glad to hear that. Then your fingers touched the table and slowly moved toward mine, like they remembered something before we gave them any sign. Maybe we were never finished. Maybe life just changed the road. Maybe some connections wait until we're ready to come home. Meet me in room 209, where the past is still alive, where the years fall off our shoulders and we don't have to hide. Meet me in room 209, just until the morning light. We don't have to call it love, we don't have to make it right. Maybe we're just two old memories standing underneath the neon sign. But when you look at me like that, I know something's still alive. Still alive. After all this time, I remember. You remember. Don't say a word. We stood beside the window watching taxis cross the street. You leaned your head against me like you knew where you should be. There was no need for apologies, no need to explain the past. We had both become the people that we once hoped we'd become. You told me you were leaving when the morning train arrived. I said I understood it, but something changed inside. Because for the first time in years I wasn't scared to lose. I just wanted one more moment of the life I once knew. This is only one night, let it be honest and real. If tomorrow takes you somewhere, let me keep the way I feel. I don't need you to promise that we'll never say goodbye. I just wanna know that somewhere you still remember why. We were young when we loved before. Now we're older, now we know. Maybe this time isn't forever. Maybe forever isn't what we hallway starts to brighten. The city wakes outside. You pick up your suitcase, but you're still standing by my side. Room 209. Maybe we'll meet again. Maybe next time we won't wait so long. It's funny what the quiet remembers, especially your voice. I was driving home at midnight with the radio turned low, streetlights moving on the windshield like a film from long ago. Then a song came through the speakers, one we used to sing along. And suddenly I heard your laughter somewhere underneath the song. I could almost hear you saying that I always sing too loud. You would smile and shake your head, then turn the music up somehow. I laughed there by myself at something that was years ago. Funny how a single melody can make an old heart glow. I don't miss the way we ended. I don't wish to change the past. I just miss the little moments that I thought would always last. I hear your voice in the quiet when the whole world disappears, in the spaces between midnight and the memories I keep near. I hear your voice in the quiet, but it doesn't hurt tonight. It's just a little piece of yesterday passing softly through my mind. I don't need you to come back. I don't need another sign. I can hear your voice in the quiet and still leave the past behind. There's a coffee shop downtown where we used to lose an hour. You would sit beside the window while I watched you watch the rain. I went there alone last Tuesday for the first time since you left, and the place looked almost smaller than the picture in my head. The waiter brought my coffee and I almost ordered yours. Then I smiled at my reflection and remembered who I was. There was no dramatic feeling, no breaking down, no tears, just a quiet kind of gratitude for everything we shared. Maybe that's what healing looks like, not forgetting what was true, just remembering the beauty without needing it renewed. I hear your voice in the quiet when the whole world disappears, in the spaces between midnight and the memories I keep near. I hear your voice in the quiet, but it doesn't hurt tonight. It's just a little piece of yesterday passing softly through my mind. I don't need you to come back. I don't need another sign. I can hear your voice in the quiet and still leave the past behind. Ooh, I hear you, but I'm alright just when the evening starts to fall. If you still take your coffee with too much sugar after all. If you still laugh at bad movies or stay awake until 2. If you ever hear a certain song and think about me too. But I don't need those answers to appreciate the past. Some questions can stay unanswered and still leave something intact. You were once a part of me that I will never need to hide. But the life I'm living now is becoming mine. I used to think that moving on meant leaving everything behind. Now I know you can carry love without carrying the pain. If I could send you one message through the middle of the night, I wouldn't ask where you are or if you're doing alright. I'd simply say I remember all the good you brought to me, and I hope the life you're living is everything you dreamed it'd be. No need for one more conversation, no need to reopen that door. Some love can remain beautiful without becoming something more. And when the silence finds me, I won't be afraid to hear the echoes of a love that mattered without wishing you were here. I hear your voice in the quiet when the whole world disappears. But now it sounds like something gentle, not a reason to shed tears. I hear your voice in the quiet, and I let the feeling pass like a distant train at midnight, moving slowly through the dark. I don't need you to come back. I don't need to turn back time. I can hear your voice in the quiet and know that I'll be fine. I hear your voice in the quiet, but I'm not standing still. I'm grateful for the love we had and for everything it built. I hear your voice in the quiet, and I breathe and let it fade. Some memories are meant to visit, not to ask us to stay. Ooh, I remember, but I'm alright. Your voice, your smile, your love, still part of the story. The song is almost over, the road is almost home. I turn the radio down low and let the silence come. We always say we're just friends, but tonight feels different. You called me after midnight, said you couldn't fall asleep. I could hear it in your breathing, there was something underneath. You told me about your long day, I listened like I always do. But somewhere in the silence, I started hearing more of you. You laughed about your old mistakes, I told you about mine. We stayed on the phone for hours, never noticing the time. Then you said you wished I was there, and I suddenly went still. Because friends don't usually say that when they don't know what they feel. Maybe we've been standing closer than we ever let ourselves believe. Maybe every late night conversation was becoming something underneath. Somewhere between hello and goodbye, I started seeing you with different eyes. Somewhere between every little secret, you became the person I You came over the next evening, said you needed coffee in there. You sat across the kitchen, but your eyes kept finding mine. We talked about our favorite movies and the places we should go, but every little silence seemed to tell me what I know. You reached across the table to move a cup away. Your fingers brushed against mine and neither one pulled away. You looked down for a second and smiled like you were shy. I've known you for so many years but never seen you like tonight. Maybe we've been scared to ruin something that already feels so rare. But I'm tired of fighting feelings that are written everywhere. Somewhere between hello and goodbye, I started seeing you with different eyes. Somewhere between every little secret, you became the person I needed. Somewhere between midnight and sunrise, I stopped pretending you were only mine. As a friend, as a feeling, as a memory, maybe you're becoming something more to me. I don't know when the line disappeared, but I know you're standing on the other side. Somewhere between hello and goodbye, I fell for you tonight. Something changed. Ooh, I can feel it, you can feel it. Don't look away. Maybe tomorrow we'll be nervous, maybe we'll pretend it's fine. Maybe we'll laugh about this moment and go back to the old lines. But I don't wanna hide behind the comfort of what we've known. And every time you call me, it feels a little more like home. I don't need a perfect answer, I don't need a promise yet. I just wanna know if you feel what I'm trying to confess. Because I spent too many nights calling this a simple thing, when the truth has been right here underneath everything. If I tell you that I want you, will you step a little closer? If I tell you that I need you, will you let me hold you? I don't wanna lose our friendship, but I don't wanna lose this chance. Maybe love was hiding quietly inside everything we had. Maybe we don't need to rush it, maybe we just need to start. One honest word between us could change the shape of both our hearts. Somewhere between hello and goodbye, you became the one I couldn't deny. Somewhere between every conversation, you became my favorite temptation. Somewhere between midnight and sunrise, I stopped looking at you like a friend. And if you feel the same way I do, maybe this is where we begin. I don't know what tomorrow brings, but tonight I finally know why. Somewhere between hello and goodbye, I fell for you tonight. Ooh, I fell for you. Did you feel it too? Don't say goodbye, not tonight. Stay a little closer. The phone is still between us, but neither one speaks. You smile and move a little closer, and that's all I need. Somewhere between hello and goodbye. Maybe we were never just friends. still remember the way you left that door. You didn't slam it when you left. You didn't say a word. You just stood there for a moment like you wanted to be heard. Your hand was on the handle, your eyes were on the floor. And I knew that something ended before you walked through that door. I remember what you were wearing. I remember how you sighed. I remember almost asking if there was a reason why. But pride was in the silence and fear was in my chest. So we let the moment happen without saying what was left. Funny how a final moment can stay longer than a year. Sometimes the smallest details are the ones that disappear. I remember the way you left the door half open like you might come back once more. I remember standing there with your absence in the air, and 1,000 things I never said before. I remember the way you left the door, and the silence when your footsteps hit the floor. I don't wait for you tonight, I don't need to make it right, but I still remember the way you left the door. For a while I kept the hallway exactly like it was. Your shoes were by the cabinet, your picture gathered dust. I couldn't move a single thing without remembering you. Like changing one small corner would make the ending true. Then one night I finally put your things away, not because I stopped remembering, but because I needed space. I opened up the windows, let the midnight air come through, and for the first time in a long time, the room felt like mine too. Maybe love doesn't disappear when two people go their ways. Maybe it becomes a quiet song that slowly starts to fade. I remember the way you left the door half open like you might come back once more. I remember standing there with your absence in the air, and 1,000 things I never said before. I remember the way you left the door, and the silence when your footsteps hit the floor. I don't wait for you tonight, I don't need to make it right, but I still remember the way you left the door. Oh, remember. But I'm not waiting, no, I'm not waiting anymore. Sometimes I wonder where you are when the city turns to blue. If you ever think about the life we almost knew, maybe you found somebody who understands you better now. Maybe you've forgotten how we used to work things out, and that's okay. I tell myself some stories have to end. Not every broken promise means the love was never real. You were there when I needed you, I was there when you were lost. We gave each other something even if we paid the cost. If I could stand there once again with your hand upon the door, I'd tell you what I couldn't say when we were scared before. I'd tell you I was grateful for the nights you stayed with me, for every little ordinary thing that once felt like eternity. I wouldn't ask you not to leave, I wouldn't beg you to stay. I'd just tell you that I loved you before you walked away. Ooh. don't stand there anymore. The hallway has new light and I sleep better at night. I don't need to be the person I was before. I remember the way you left the door, but I don't wonder what it was for. You were part of my life, you were never all of mine, and I finally understand it now. I let you go. No more waiting, no more looking down that hallway. I'm alright, I'm alright. The door is closed tonight, and the room is quiet again. I don't hear your footsteps, I don't expect them anymore. Ooh, I remember the way you left the door, but I love the way I found myself after you. Don't say anything, just stay close. Your head is resting on my shoulder, and the room is almost dark. There's a little light from outside falling softly where you are. I can hear the city breathing through the window by the bed, but all I really hear tonight is every word you never said. Your fingers slowly trace my head, like you're trying to memorize the shape of every little moment before it passes by. I don't know what you're thinking, and I don't need you to explain. Some feelings sound much better when we leave them without a name. We don't have to talk about tomorrow, we don't have to make it clear. Let the night stay right between us, let me keep you here. Hold me a little longer before the night gives way to blue. Let me forget the morning and disappear inside of you. Hold me a little longer, like we don't have to say goodbye. I don't need forever, baby, I just need you here tonight. If this is all we're given, then let this moment be enough. Hold me a little longer, let me remember your love. You smile when I say nothing, and I know that little smile. I've seen it in the kitchen, I've seen it from across the room. There are pieces of your beauty that I learned without a word, like the way you close your eyes when the music starts to hurt. Your perfume's on my pillow, your warmth is on my skin, and I know that when the sun comes we may have to start again. Maybe we'll be strangers, maybe we'll be something more, but tonight I don't need answers, I just want what we have now. Maybe love isn't always promises, maybe love is just this close. Two hearts refusing to be careful for one night before they know. Hold me a little longer, for the night gives way to blue. Let me forget the morning and disappear inside of you. Hold sun is waiting somewhere on the other side. And I know the night can't hold us, no matter how hard we try. But there are nights worth remembering long after they are gone. And if this becomes a memory, I want to remember it well. No regrets about tomorrow, no promises tonight, just your heartbeat next to mine underneath the fading light. Let the world keep turning, let the hours disappear for a little while longer. I just want you near. If I could freeze this moment, I would leave it right here. Your hand inside my fingers, your breath against my ear. No questions about forever, no fear about goodbye. Just two people being honest for the first time in a while. Oh yeah. Baby, we don't need a future to know this feeling's real. Maybe some nights are simply meant to remind us how to feel. Hold me a little longer before the night gives way to blue. Let me forget the morning and disappear inside of you. Hold me a little longer, even if it's just tonight. I don't need forever, baby, I just need this feeling right. If tomorrow changes everything, I'll still remember this. The way you held me close, the way the darkness felt like bliss. Hold me a little longer, till the first light finds the room. Let me keep this little moment before I have to let you go. Stay with me, just a little longer. Don't say goodbye, not yet, not tonight. The sky is turning silver, your breathing starts to slow. I know the night is ending, but I don't want to let go. A little longer in your arms, just a little longer, until the morning. Let me stay right here. Before your memory fades, let me remember you tonight. I still remember your apartment on the 7th floor downtown. The way you opened up the curtains when the sun was going down. You would make a cup of coffee, then you'd sit beside the glass, and we'd talk about our futures like we knew they couldn't pass. I remember how you whispered when the whole world went to sleep, how you told me all your secrets you were always scared to keep. I remember every little thing I thought I'd never lose. Now I'm standing in the silence, trying not to think of you. Maybe memories are changing every time I close my eyes. Maybe soon I'll lose the details of the way you looked that night. Before your memory fades, I wanna hold it one more time. The sound of you laughing, the way your hand felt in mine. Before your memory fades, before the years erase the view, I wanna remember everything that made me fall for you. I know the heart keeps moving even when it wants to stay. So let me keep this little piece before your memory fades. remember Sunday evenings when we'd drive without a plan. You would rest your head beside me and I'd reach for your hand. We'd stop somewhere for dinner and stay longer than we planned. You would steal something from my plate and I'd pretend to be annoyed. I remember rainy mornings when you wouldn't leave the bed. You would pull the covers over us and hide beneath my chest. Those ordinary little moments were the ones I never knew would become the kind of memories that I'd spend years holding to. I don't wanna change the ending, I don't wanna make you stay. I just wanna keep the beauty before it slowly slips away. Before your memory fades, I wanna hold you one more time. The sound of you laughing, the way your hand felt in mine. Before your memory fades, before the years erase the view, I wanna remember everything that made me fall for you. I know the heart keeps moving even when it wants to stay. So let me keep this little piece before your memory fades. Don't fade away. Not tonight. Your voice, your smile, the way you said my name. Maybe someday I'll forget the exact color of your eyes. Maybe I'll forget the little scar you had above your smile. Maybe I won't hear your voice when a certain song comes on. Maybe one day I'll remember us and feel nothing wrong. And I think that's what healing is. Not pretending we were never there. Not pretending I don't miss you. Not pretending I don't care. Yeah, it's allowing every memory to become a softer light. Something I can look back on without needing you tonight. If I could hold one photograph, I'd choose the night we stayed awake, talking until the morning about every dream we chase. You said you'd always know me, even when the years moved on. I didn't know how true that was until you were gone. Now I know some love is temporary, but temporary doesn't mean it's small. You gave me something beautiful, and I remember that through it all. Before your memory fades, I remember what was real. Not the way that we were broken, but the way you made me feel. Before your memory fades, I'll let the old nights disappear. And if someday I forget the details, I'll still be grateful you were here. I won't chase another ending, I won't ask the past to stay. I'll just hold you for a moment, then let the memory fade. Fade slowly. I remember you, but I'm letting go. No more holding on. The night is getting quieter, your face is getting soft. I close my eyes one final time and let the picture drift off. Before your memory fades, thank you for the love we made. I remember, then I let you go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Maybe that's why you're still here. You left your coffee on the counter and your keys beside the door. Said you'd call me when you got home, but you never called before. I remember standing there, watching headlights disappear. I kept waiting for a message that was never coming near. There was no dramatic ending, no final words beneath the rain. Just a quiet kind of distance that slowly learned to stay. You said, maybe we'll talk later. I say, yeah, whenever you can. And somehow that little sentence became the end of everything. Maybe that's the reason I still wonder where you are. We never closed the door completely. We just stopped walking toward it. We never said goodbye. We just let the silence grow. You disappeared from my life, but never from the places only we could know. We never said goodbye. So sometimes I still wonder why a love can end without an ending and still stay alive inside. If I ever cross your mind, I hope you remember mine. 'Cause we never said goodbye. We just ran out of time. I still know your favorite season, still remember how you sleep, still know you hate the thunder, but you love the sound of rain. I don't keep these things on purpose, they just never left my head. Some memories don't need permission to remain after they're dead. I heard our favorite song last Sunday in a store downtown. For a moment I was 17 and you were still around. I almost turned around to find you, like you'd be standing there, but the room was full of strangers and you weren't anywhere. Maybe we were both exhausted, maybe neither one was wrong. Maybe we were holding something that had already moved along. We never said goodbye. We just let the silence grow. You disappeared from my life, but never from the places only we could know. We never said goodbye. So sometimes I still wonder why a love can end without an ending and still stay alive inside. If I ever cross your mind, I hope you remember mine. 'Cause we never said goodbye. We just ran out of time. Ooh, never said goodbye. Never really let it die. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe that's the reason why I've had other conversations. I've met people since you left. I've learned to laugh without you. I've learned to know myself, and I don't spend every evening wondering if you'll come back. But some nights when the city sleeps, I still remember what we had. I wonder if you ever drive past the places that were ours, if you ever hear my name in a crowded little bar, if you ever feel that strange ache when a familiar song begins. For just a single second, you wish you could go back again. I don't need you to return, I don't need to change the past. I just wish we'd had the courage to say goodbye while it lasted. If I could meet you somewhere between then and now, I'd sit across the table and say everything out loud. I tell you I was scared, I tell you I was young, I tell you that I love you, even when I couldn't show it enough. And when the night was over, I wouldn't ask you to stay. I'd finally hold your eyes and say the words we couldn't say. Goodbye for all the mornings we thought would never end. Goodbye for all the dreams we couldn't make begin. We never said goodbye, we just let the silence grow. You disappeared from my life, but never from the places only we could know. We never said goodbye, and maybe that's okay tonight. Some love doesn't need forever to prove that it was right. If I ever cross your mind, I hope you remember mine. But I don't need you to come back, I just needed one goodbye. So goodbye to all the almost, goodbye to all the plans, goodbye to every version of the future in my hand. Goodbye to every midnight I spent wondering where you are. I can love what we once had without reopening the scar. And if someday you remember how we used to feel inside, I hope you smile at the memory and know I finally said goodbye. Goodbye. No anger, no regret, just gratitude for everything we were. The coffee cup is gone now, the keys aren't by the door. Said you called me when you got home, but you never called before. I remember standing there, watching headlights disappear. I kept waiting for a message that was never coming near. There was no dramatic ending, no final words beneath the rain, just a quiet kind of distance that slowly learned to stay. I thought I knew that chapter, then you walked back into my night. I almost didn't recognize you, standing underneath the rain. Then you turned and said my name, and everything came back again. You were smiling like you always did, but something in your eyes had changed. Maybe life had made us older, maybe time had rearranged. We stood there talking by the doorway, like no years had passed between. You asked me how my life was going, I said better than it seems. You laughed and looked away, like you were hiding something too. And I started wondering quietly if you ever missed me too. We don't have to talk about the reasons we became apart, but I can feel the old connection waking somewhere in my heart. Maybe we were meant to meet again, maybe time was never really the end. Maybe all the roads we took were leading back to where we stood. Maybe we were found a little table by the window where the city lights were low. You remembered how I take my coffee, and I wondered how you know. I remembered your stories, the ones you used to tell, and the way you tap your fingers when you're nervous but don't show. You told me about the places that you visited alone. I told you about the nights I learned to make this life my own. We talked about our failures without blaming who was wrong. And somehow all the broken pieces didn't feel so sharp anymore. Maybe we were both too young to understand what love could be. Maybe losing one another was the only way to finally see. Maybe we were meant to meet again. Maybe time was never really the end. Maybe all the roads we took were leading back to where we stood. Maybe we were meant to meet again. Not as who we were, but who we've been. If there's still a little love inside, maybe we don't have to leave it behind. I don't know what tomorrow brings. I don't know where this could go. But after all these years apart, I still know what I feel when you're close. When you're close, still feels familiar. Not the same, but something beautiful, something I remember. You asked if I ever thought about us. I smiled before I answered slow. I said sometimes when the night gets quiet, there are things you never know. You look down at the table and your fingers touch my hand, and that little moment told me more than any words ever could. We didn't rush into the feeling, we didn't promise anything. We just let the night surround us and listen to the silence sing. Baby, love deserves a second chance when both hearts have learned to heal. Maybe we can start with honesty and see what happens when it's real. I don't need you to forget the past, I don't need to erase mine. We can leave the old story where it was and write a different one tonight. If I could go back to the beginning, I wouldn't change the way it went. Every loss became a lesson, every goodbye made us good friends. Maybe we needed all those lonely nights to understand what we had. Maybe distance gave us vision for the love we couldn't grasp. So don't tell me where this ends, don't ask me what tomorrow means. Just stay here for another minute and let me see what this could be. Maybe we were meant to meet again. Maybe time was never really the end. Maybe all the roads we took were leading back to where we stood. Maybe we were meant to meet again. Not as who we were, who we've been. There's still a little love inside. Maybe we don't have to leave it behind. I don't know what tomorrow brings. I don't know where this could go. But after all these years apart, I still know what I feel when you're close. Maybe we were meant to meet again. Maybe this is where the story bends. Not returning to the past, finding something built to last. Maybe we were meant to meet again with a little more courage than back then. If you feel the same tonight, you don't have to hide your heart. promise forever. We don't need to know the road. Just take my hand and stay a while. I still see you sometimes, just not from where I used to. I saw your picture yesterday, smiling underneath the sun. You looked happier than ever, like your heart had finally won. I almost wrote a message, then I put my phone away. Some things are better left unspoken when you've already found your place. I wonder if you remember all the nights we stayed away, talking about the little dreams we promised we would chase. Life took us different places, and I won't pretend it didn't hurt. But seeing you become who you are makes the distance feel deserved. I don't need to be beside you to know what you meant to me. Some love doesn't need possession to remain a memory. So I love you from a distance, where my heart can't interfere. I'll keep all the good between us and leave the broken somewhere here. I love you from a distance, I won't ask you to come back. If you're happy where you are now, that's a gift I won't take back. Maybe I was meant to lose you so you could find your way. And even if you never know it, I'll still wish you well each day. Sometimes I pass the places where we used to spend our nights, the little street beside the river, underneath the yellow lights. I remember how you held me when the world became too loud, how you made the simplest moments feel like something we could trust. But I don't live inside those memories like I used to long ago. I can visit them for a moment, then I know it's time to go. There's a photograph between my books that I don't need to hide. It's not a reason to return to you. It's proof that we were alive. Or maybe loving someone truly means accepting what they choose, even when the road they take is a road that doesn't lead to you. So I love you from a distance, when my heart can't interfere. I'll keep all the good between us and leave the broken somewhere here. I love you from a distance, I won't ask you to come back. If you're happy where you are now, that's a gift I won't take back. Maybe I was meant to lose you so you could find your way. And even if you never know it, I still wish you well each day. Ooh, from a distance, I still care, but I won't reach, I won't call. I'll just let you live. Maybe someday I'll meet somebody who can make my whole world new, and I tell them about the person who once taught me how love feels. I won't compare them to you, I won't ask them to replace is soft and still. I hope you remember laughter more than every little hurt. I hope someone holds you gently when you're tired from the day. I hope they know the little things that I once knew by heart. And if you ever wonder why I never came back through, it's not because I stopped caring, it's because I cared enough for you. Sometimes the deepest kind of love is knowing when to let it breathe. Not every heart you're meant to hold is meant to stay with you forever. So I'll love you from a distance, and I'll leave your sky untouched. I won't ask you for another chance. I won't ask for too much. I'll love you from a distance with no bitterness, no pain. You can build the life you dreamed of. I can learn to do the same. Maybe we were only chapters, but the story still was real. And I'll carry what was beautiful and everything I learned to feel. I still love you, but I'm letting go. No more reaching, no more calling, just wishing you the best. Somewhere beneath another sky, you're living your life tonight. And somewhere here, I'm learning how to finally be alright. I saw your picture yesterday, smiling underneath the sun. You looked happier than ever, like your heart had finally won. I almost wrote a message, then I put my phone away. Some things are better left unspoken when you've already found your place. I wonder if you remember all the nights we stayed awake.